Are you there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
You're there?
Out here just getting me shot ready. Pulling my silver shot.
Silver shot.
Yeah, I got some little bags of silver shot for the show. Just to kind of show them off. Talking about that pour silver.
Oh, shit.
Pour some silver on me. In the name of Smee. Yeah!
There you are, buddy. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Oh!
Hey, Paulybuck. There he is. He's alive.
It's been a minute.
Michigan State didn't claim him. The Cold didn't claim him. Jack Frost ain't got nothing on his ass. Yeah!
Not this go around. Not this go around. Let me turn this down just a tick.
It's all good, man. Rock it out, man.
That's like dueling banjos or something.
Love it.
Yeah, that's like the dueling banjo.
Hey, man, I love it, dude. It's good stuff. Freshen up. Yeah, good stuff. Hydrate to start. I get me little root beery, so, you know.
A monster to keep me moving. It seems like I've been living off those things for quite a while. But it is what it is.
They keep you going. Apparently, I've been told I can't drink this stuff anymore. I used to drink this.
What's up, common sense?
I used to drink this Red Bulls all the time, and I can't. They don't kill me, so I had to put them down, you know.
Yeah, Red Bulls.
Put me down. I had to put this down.
Well, what the hell? You just got back from vacation. You don't look like you can catch a good tan.
Well, I had a good. I had
back
the hat
home
on
and you
for a
lose
while.
it.
What? No, I had my back. My back was all. My back actually looks like I had got a case of leprosy right now. I'm peeling everywhere. It's horrible, actually. I had my dumb ass forgot to put sunscreen on. I was so happy out there. Apparently, nobody had sunscreen, and they wanted $35 a bottle of sunscreen at the resort. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like cocaine prices for freaking whatever. So we didn't buy it, and so we were asking a few people. They didn't have any, so I was like, whatever. I'm going to go out on the beach and be a little kid again, look for some seashells. And at about an hour later, my back to the sun coming out, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be red. And the next day, my back was like a communist flag. It was pretty bad. Like if you were to just look at me sideways, like my pant line and my back line looked like the Swiss flag. It was like red and white. Pretty bad.
Well, so we got a trip planned at the end of the month going to Florida, but I'm going to cheat a little bit. Right. My wife does hair and all kinds of stuff, and we actually have a tanner here, so I might cheat a little bit and get in that thing a couple days before,
go down there,
before I go, so I don't get myself into a predicament where I'm completely fucking sunburned.
Yeah, it was. I was happy at least it was on like the last full day. I would have felt bad if it was like I was there on the first day.
Day one, just put yourself through the pain.
Fun. I saw guys down there that were brown that were probably sure they were my complexion when they first went down there. I was like, I hope you all have a really good skin doctor when you come back.
Yeah, right.
You know, I don't know what you're going to bring back besides some good times. You might bring back some other extra cells anyway.
Now this thing's been put off for 3 weeks now, and we're going to be doing a giveaway from Money Metals Exchange. But the thing is, I'm getting no comments on the right side of my screen here, so I don't know if you're seeing any comments coming in. If anybody's here, it shows 9. Just say something in the chat, because for some reason it is not coming up any comments. And if you don't feel like chatting, you know, that's fine by me too. But
there's somebody.
There's Janine. How you doing, Janine?
She's there.
So that's a comment that's working. So they're working. There's your comment.
They're getting there.
All right. They're just being awfully quiet. We are doing that giveaway shortly at some point in time. Maybe we'll wait till the end, see who sticks around, see who doesn't.
It's a good giveaway. I recommend people stick around.
It's an ounce of silver. It's an ounce of silver is what it is. Yeah. So it's free. It's whatever.
It's free. $3.99. Go right to your doorstep.
Could be nothing.
All you gotta do is just go to your mailbox and say, "Oh, look, I got a free ounce of silver just for watching."
Harry Tarrant, thanks for lurking very much. I appreciate it.
There's another person.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Okay, show me what you had there. You had a big ass bag of silver shot. Why do you have a big ass bag of silver shot?
I got a couple bags here. I'm like the yes sir, 3 bags full over here, and one for the little bullion, however that little nursery rhyme goes, something about some pigs, and I don't remember how it goes. But I've got some smaller bags and some big bags. It looks like I'm dealing drugs, but it's not. Don't really get the wrong idea. So here's my little small baggies here. These are just little.
Yeah, he is common sense.
Silver shot.
All right, you got some silver shot.
Yeah, little small baggie here. My first started getting into it, like, you know, a couple years ago, just a couple ounces off the internet, eBay. I was like, yeah, jewelry shop selling it. I'll buy a few ounces. I think.
Okay, where was that from? I saw it said Aiden Coins.
Yeah, Aiden Coins. Somewhere actually. I don't remember where they're at. I don't know if they're like in New Jersey or New York or one of the new states. I can't remember.
I recognize that name from a channel, Florida Stacker shouts Aiden Coins quite a bit, I believe.
They've got like they're kind of like a online presence, from what I understand. I guess they have a brick and mortar. I've never been there, but I've ordered on their eBay site. They had some silver shot. They still have it up for sale. They've got some like jewelry and coins. So I guess they're kind of like a jewelry coin type of thing. So it's pretty cool. So I got that from them. That was back when silver was like $12 an ounce. So I was like, yippee-ki-yay.
Oh, a while back.
Yeah, we're talking like before all this shenanigans happened. So as the shenanigans was happening, and I kind of had the little quote unquote freaking Nostradamus basically in my mind to like kind of see what's happening, and we'll talk about the bank stuff in a minute, right?
Yeah.
I went kind of full hammy and got 2 bigger bags.
Okay, well, what's that say? One says 50 ounces. Is that what's left in there? The other one says 50 ounces. So you got 100 ounces of silver shot plus them two smaller bags.
Yeah,
those 10 ounces.
So I got a little over 110 ounces of shot, kind of just laying around, figuring out if I want to pour it, and with the smelter thing I got, or just save it for a SHTF scenario. If it's like we're literally, using fractional silver to buy our stuff with, that's going to be, in my opinion, the best stuff to have. It would be better than, in my opinion, constitutional, and I'll tell you why.
Well, and I'm glad you said, but my only problem is how can I test that little grain of silver is actually silver, other than me knowing that it's silver. But if you had to give that to somebody who doesn't know what the hell it is,
that's true.
How do we know what it is?
I guess even in that situation when we're using constitutional as far as the bargaining system, I mean, people got to think about, I mean, if that's the mindset and that's the current scenario of the world, I mean, like, faith system's going to be outweighing everything. They don't care what you have. It can say Silver Eagle on it. They won't care. They still
right. I mean, because we know the constitutional at $1.40, you got an ounce of silver, right? That's all fine and dandy. For those who don't know, it's just a quarter. It's just a dime. It's just a half a dollar, right?
Yeah.
That's what confuses. Not that it confuses me, but it upsets me that it can be confusing to others because, it's money, right? We call it money. We call it fiat. Yes, it's got silver in it, but for those who don't know, it's just a dime. It's just a quarter. It's just a half dollar, right? To them, it's worth 50 cents. It's worth a quarter. It's worth 10 cents. They don't know about the silver content inside it. That makes it worth, what, a dime worth $2 now?
I would say about that, depending on what your LCS is selling it for. But yeah, I think about 19 or 20 to 1 base is about right. So yeah, about $2 conversation. Sounds about right. Yeah. So for anybody who's happens to be here that doesn't know what he's talking about, but I'm pretty sure everybody does. But just in case. The silver quarters are from anything from 1964 and older. It's a composition of 90% silver. So the quarter
with dimes and half dollars.
Correct. Dimes, half dollars, the Morgan dollars, peace dollars. They all have a 90% composition. So even though it says quarter or 10 cents, the composition of the metal at
the time it was made with silver. 90% of it was silver.
Makes it worth way more. So if you guys are out there and you happen to look at your quarters and, hey, why is the side all shiny and stuff? They just keep on to them. Don't spend them. Don't be buying a little piece of bubble gum or something. Put them in the candy machine.
See, and Karen says that that's how his 82-year-old dad thinks he doesn't get it at all, and it's right. A lot of people will not, and that's why you can go to the Coinstar today. Somebody can go there today and find a silver dime or find a silver quarter.
Oh yeah.
Or you can still find them in bank rolls. Go into the bank and search for them. There's a lot of channels that do that. They're coin roll hunting, and they're searching for I mean, they're searching hundreds and hundreds
Oh,
and hundreds of quarters and
I can only
dimes,
imagine. I only
looking
imagine
for a
the
little
bank
tiny
tellers are
piece
like,
of silver, right?
yeah. The bank tellers are like, oh, you again? Oh, great. How many boxes of quarters you getting this time? 10. Like, we're tired of ordering for you. Like, if you're ordering 10 boxes a week, and the guy's asking, like, why do you need so many quarters? Like, you know. But hey, if you're finding, if that's what gets you off, and if the hunt is the hunt, and you know, I guess that's what we're all hunter gatherers, I guess. So finding that piece of silver, you know, you're up. You know, it just sucks to have to go bring those quarters back to the bank and like, here you go. Like, didn't you just buy these? Why are you giving us back? Oh, you were, you know, let me get some more.
Yeah, I mean, even people I work with, they just wonder why. Well, there's value there. The value is there to somebody else who knows the value. Other than that, it's only its face value, if that, right? Silver Heist, what's up, buddy?
We got some people in the chat all the time.
Yeah, I've done it with my kids and stuff before. We've gotten bank rolls and boxes of quarters, and we've gone through them. It's I've never found anything. I've found more at Coinstars than I have actually going to the bank and searching anything.
And you know why I think that is. I have a theory on that. Why I think that is, and I've been guilty of it too, and I apologize.
Well, let me test yours, and I'll tell you mine. But go ahead.
Is the kids are, you know, the younger kids, the younger generation, or how should I say, breaking into their parents' little, you know, stash of quarters or the silver stash, thinking like, oh, look at all these little quarters in the little bowl here. Like, well, mom won't notice these quarters missing, or dad won't notice these quarters missing. Let me go take the coins and dump them in the coin machine and go buy a $2.99 thing of Pringles. And meanwhile, dad's like, bro, you just flushed $60 in quarters down the drain. What the hell's your problem? Yeah. You know, that's my theory. People, the kids are taking them out their parents' stack, and they're using it to laundry the money, if you will, to the Coinstar.
Yeah, right.
And you
go to dump them in those machines. You go to dump them in those machines, and a lot of times it's not going to notice Canadian change either.
No.
So it kicks all, or copper pennies. It kicks all that stuff back. And people might look at it and say, Canadian, throw back. And next time they hear that sound again, they're like, well, it's just rejected money. It's no good. You know, it's no good to anybody. If the machine isn't taking it, if this machine that makes it so easy for me to turn this stuff into a receipt to go buy something isn't accepting it, it can't be something that I can use. Right?
It can't be. Yeah.
It's useless to me. And then I enter the room.
I was just thinking that's the side hustle gig to get, man, is to be a Coinstar little like repair guy, or a little coin store like Coinstar guy, or just the person who has access to opening the drawer and seeing like what all coins got stuck, or like you said, go through the silver and like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna here's 250 out of my change. Let's take 250 over here. Meanwhile, I just made $100 in silver, and they're not in the wiser because they got their, you know, 250 USD. Meanwhile, I've got, you know, $100 and, you know, AG or whatever, you know, AU. Yeah.
Right. Allegedly, Coinstar kicks silver, though. Well, I don't know what you mean there. Kick silver. It doesn't. I've found it there. It doesn't keep. Well, the ones around me doesn't keep it. If that's what you mean. If it keeps the silver.
Yeah, I guess like it makes sense because I guess most of this machines, Heist. That's I'm assuming here is based on like sensors and weight, right? Yes, so if it sensors like a certain size, diameter of a coin, it says, okay, this is a dime, this is a quarter, this is a penny, and it should weigh X amount of whatever it is. So if a silver dime or silver quarter goes to that machine, it's like, wait a minute, this weighs a certain amount. We're gonna take it out.
Yeah, boot it out.
That would make sense then. But if at that point, I would love to be the guy who's behind the guys. You know, oh, you don't want those quarters? I'll take them. Here's the quarters out of my pocket. Here, I heard your machine spit them out. Here, I heard you trying to get $2 for those 8 quarters. Here's $2.25. Here's your lucky day.
You don't want that one. It didn't sound right when it rejected.
It had a certain ping to it. It's just.
No, it didn't sound good
like
at all.
A real quarter to me, right? Like, yeah, it doesn't sound like a real quarter to me either. So here you go. Here's a real quarter for you. And they're none the wiser. I love it.
All right, so before we get into anything too crazy, what do you purposely set out and buy poured silver from anybody who pours it? Or even, I'm just going to use this for instance, like Monarch Precious Metals. Most of their stuff is poured, right? It's poured bars. It's a known name. It's it's not that it's pricey, but it's decently priced compared to other things, you know, as far as their 10-ounce bars. Now, when you get into their smaller things like, what do they make? These 1 ounce or 2 ounce little clown looking things, you know, now you're getting into an artsy collectible type poured thing, which we see in the community that so many more people are getting into themselves. Even you said you have your own device for melting metals and pouring silver, copper, aluminum, whatever you want to pour. But what I have noticed, I've noticed this quite a bit on YouTube, is the company 2 Auto or something like that. It's some Chinese stuff. It's a melting, it's a smelter for instance. And a lot of channels are using these, and now they're doing giveaways with these things. So the company is really trying to obviously pump up their machine, right, to get more people into melting whatever they want to melt. But as far as poured silver, I have 3 pieces in front of me here that I own, and one was a gift, the other 2 I bought. But other than that, some Monarch Precious Metals 10-ounce bars, that's all I really own. Now, I don't know about you or anybody in the chat, but is it something we should be stacking as far as the what's the word I'm looking here for? The art design. Now you're getting into collecting, that's not stacking. Or the person who actually poured the piece, let it be Silver Dragons, let it be you, let it be another name, Patriotic Stacker. I see he's selling a lot of his poured stuff. Now, who's that? That's Bunker Bullion or Backyard Bullion?
Bunker Bullion, that's the guy. That's the piece that you sent me as a giveaway, and it's actually my only like really poured piece of silver. Really, that's from like if you will, I'll call them independent artists. That's not like a full-fledged government mint. Now
there is one, Backyard Bullion, and they have.
There's a lot of people, man.
It's hallmarked though. It's assayed. It's registered by someone. It's a legit piece. Where a lot of these quote unquote poor artists, you know, is the stuff legit? What they're selling? Is it 3/9 fine silver? Was it disturbed in any way during the melting and pouring process? How can they stand behind that product without taking the extra step and having someone certify that as this is legitly 999 plus silver? And that's not talked about. And it's just the stuff is poured, whether it's a seashell, whether it's a whatever, a dragon, you know, whatever it is, it is. But where is it assayed? Where is it certified? Anybody can hand write out a COA and hand them out with the piece, but I just want to make sure what we're buying is legit. And it is what it is, because most generally people, stackers like you and I, you're not sitting around on $1,000 device to test your metals, especially something like that, right? No. Which is a great idea to have one, but that's something you need to save for to protect your stack. It's just another piece of equipment to keep yourself safe.
Exactly. Another piece of insurance for yourself.
Insurance, there you go.
That's kind of more if you're getting into like the bulk buying, like some of our fellow YouTubers are doing. If you're doing bulk buying as far as more of this, especially for resale, that's important because you want to make sure that what yourself is selling is legit, because you buy it from somebody that's not legit, that's one thing. You take the loss and you deal with that, right? Because that's on between you and the seller. That can be worked out, whatever. But when you're reselling it and it becomes a fake, then that becomes where your integrity becomes in question. So having a machine where you're, testing a large sum of items that are coming and going comes in handy. If you're the person who's kind of like just buying it here and there, slipping it here and there, and you're buying pretty much from like reputable dealers or online companies, you're going to I mean, chances are most of those companies are going to scan the metals too before you send it to you, because they're going to make sure that they're not going to have questioned their integrity. So that's when it comes into play. As far as you're talking about, as far as you're saying, like buying from like YouTubers and Instagrammers and guys and gals in the community who are doing their own pouring.
I get it. It's a lot of it is their channel stuff, and it's to help support their channel, so on and so forth. And yes, most of these guys can be trusted.
Yeah. It's but yeah, there's the risk factor. Is said, how do we know we're buying that, making sure that the silver you're pouring is actually real? And I guess some of the more established guys, I guess they've had their stuff tested over time and they've established themselves. And some of the newer guys, it'll be shown that their stuff is whatever. But I find that it helps for people who are making the YouTube videos or Instagram videos who are actually showing off their stuff. I know there's a guy, I think his name is BMC. I think he changed his name recently. That's what his thing is. He's been very aggressively making videos on Instagram, which I think is pretty cool. And he's showing off his pours, how he does it, the melting process. And I feel that in itself gives a little more legitimacy to not only just your craft, but it shows that you actually care. That you actually care enough to give a damn not only about like making sure that you're doing your stuff right, but you're actually telling your consumers that, like, look, I'm being transparent about how I'm doing it. This is what I'm buying, stuff like that. I mean, obviously, no one's going to go and show you all the receipts and stuff and purchases from all their silver they've done from dealers and stuff. But there is a risk factor involved. But as far as stacking it goes, it is art. I think it's cool. As far as stacking for weight, I don't think it's the thing to do because, like you said, you are paying for that art because someone had to take their time.
When you're buying a piece that's art like that, yes, you're paying an extra premium on it, and that is totally against anything when you're talking about stacking. And I'm seeing the comments here. We just not keeping up or acknowledging them.
Yeah, my bad. I'm not keeping up either.
No. We appreciate it, and that's just it. That's the difference between stacking and collecting. If it's something that you like and you want, yes, it's your right to buy it and collect it. As long in the back of your mind, you know that it's got the silver value, and that's what you have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the important part. No matter what, that like you said, I mean. Like I said, buying the comic books, it's a piece of paper at the end of the day. It can be worth whatever, but that silver bar will be silver. That will have intrinsic value forever, no matter what. And, silver as it goes in price and up itself will be worth more.
Sure.
So it's cool stuff. I think it's cool. It shows off. I think it's something different. I think it keeps the community active because it's not the monotony of the silver eagle, silver maple. Here we go again with another piece of something government bullion or buffalo round or whatever. It's different, which is cool. And if it gets you like
up his stacking, right?
If you like evil clowns or bullets or bars or whatever it's poured, I mean it's something. It's cool. It's conversational pieces. It is, like I said, it is, like you said, still silver at the end of the day. It always have value. As far as stacking it goes, if your mindset is I'm stacking silver for weight, then it's the worst thing to do. If you're stacking silver to I'm stacking for weight, but I'm also collecting and I'm also having fun, then yeah, go ahead for it. And if you're just buying whatever, just to help a dude out or do that out on Instagram or YouTube and want to support and buy their stuff and go in their chat rooms and send them the super chat emojis and all that thumbs up and likes. And YouTube algorithm that helps them out get paid for ads and stuff. That's cool too.
Speaking of that, smash the like if you're just entering.
Smash it.
And if you have not hit the like, hit that like.
In its face. I want you to punch it so hard that that horse turns to glue in like 2.6 seconds flat. I'm talking faster than plaid speed, son. Bam!
So that is a pile of shot. Now you want to get into you said something about bartering and all this.
Yes.
What would you if you were to start melting it, what would you pour it into? Or are you just going to keep it in little grainy chunks like that? Or are you got a plan to put it in 1 ounce chunks? Do you have a plan to put it in 10-ounce chunks? Like if you were to take that right now, would your LCS buy that the way it sits right now in those bags?
Yes.
How he would.
Yes, okay. They would probably buy it either most likely at people because it's I'm not going to boast. It helps to know people in your LCS. So if you don't have an LCS relationship already, go develop one. I'll just put that plug in there.
Okay.
For me, they would probably buy it for its spot. Some places they would probably buy it for like a quarter or 50 cents behind spot because it is just silver shot. It's not, there's no mint markings on it. It's just little grainy pieces of silver that's left over from, previous pours. Me personally, what I would probably do with it, I'd probably hold on to some of it probably just for barter and trade scenarios. As far as the rest of it, I would consider melting it into, I don't know, I could do like some of the guys are doing, making little, casting pours, make little silver, little ornaments or little characters. Right. And just, like I said, if I wanted to add that poured silver into my repertoire as far as my stuff is selling, I could always do that. If my channel decides to get bigger than 26 subscribers, if you build, they will come. Can't be a black belt first aid class, but if my channel does get large enough to where I'm somewhat of more of a YouTube presence, then that'd be more of an incentive for me to kind of like maybe melt my own little channel coins or bars and maybe stamp them and maybe make a limited edition, like, I'm only making 44 of this channel round or the year. I don't know. There's so many options, but I just like having it too because it's small. I've seen videos and stuff on YouTube where countries, more like third world countries where their economy has collapsed, their dollar bills are worthless. They're taking, their wheelbarrows to the store just to buy a loaf of bread. I mean, you're talking hyperinflation to the 10th power, $1 trillion bills worth nothing. You know what I'm trying to say. Where they're taking little bits of silver and gold, and they got guys with machines that are like weighing it out. Like, okay, you got 2 grains of silver, this will get you this, and 5 grains of silver will get you this. Not that I don't think that could ever happen here. I never say never.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had one of the second largest bank collapse last week. I mean, this week, if you will. 16th largest bank, and out of the 4,000 we have, I mean, we're talking about Silicon Valley Bank for those who are not sure what's going on talking about. We just had a bank collapse, people. It's been one of the largest ones since 2008, and I'll have to remind you guys what happened back then and what the verge we were at as far as bailouts needed. And anyway,
right.
Without going on like crazy soapbox and whatnot, seeing stuff like that and seeing things in that's happened recently, it kind of put me more of like, let's get more in the insurance mode, if you will. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Shot. Next thing will be seeds. I mean, you got the state next to you guys just had some massive oil spill. I mean, think about all the waters and the land that's just ruined.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm just getting prepared for future fuckery, I guess.
Heist, I saw what you wrote up a top. I just happened to see one of those on Instagram for sale, and I forget the person who was trying to sell it, but they had a price tag of $1,000 on that. Heist is talking about a silver pour he has from Silver Dragons, and that was before he was Dragons.
It better be a kilo.
No, I believe it's a 1 ounce. It's a 1 ounce round.
Wait, hold up. Whoa.
Maybe it's 2 ounce. And because it says Silver Baggins on it, his original channel name, which he was told to cease and desist using, he stopped making them, and people are asking some crazy money for them. And that's kind of what I was talking, not him personally, but talking about when you get in them. And I just recorded a video about this, about auctions, about YouTube auctions and stuff like that. When you get in the midst of an auction and a battle and something that people are really both going back and forth at some point in time, somebody has to realize that, what the hell am I doing here? I just paid $600 for this thing. I just paid $800 for this thing. I just paid $100 for this thing. and then
when
you see them. Okay, so yeah, it's
the measuring contest comes into play, if you will, a little bit, and I have to win ego. I get
and
it.
This is a big world in a very small community. So when I see things like that, a 2-ounce silver round for sale on Instagram for $1,000, I'm trying to figure out why.
Yeah, and I know the guy kind of I'm just gonna put it out there as I stay neutral. I have no allegiance to anybody on this YouTube thing, but I find the guy just not saying anything. Just I've heard that the guy kind of gets a kind of a, how should I say, not a bad rap, but he gets kind of shitted on for, like you said, like, how is he able to sell a 2-ounce silver for $1,000? And I get it, it does seem absurd. And in the realistic of all of it, let's get real, it's absurd. But on top of that, I will say this. It's not necessarily absurd, because if you feel like you're buying, like you said, an art piece from a certain artist that has somehow developed himself into a community, like a Rembrandt established himself in the painting community, where a Rembrandt, no matter what it is, it will be worth a lot of money. So this gentleman, Silver Dragons, or what's called Baggins before you got the, stop calling yourself that, because you're not J.K. Rowling and you're not a Hobbit. So anyway,
well, we don't know.
He might be a Hobbit with his bathrobe, banging out things in his garage. But hey, if he's making money, then good for him.
That's damn right.
But I get it. It's wacky that he's getting $1,000 for a half-ounce of silver bar or whatever with his name on it or what not name on it. But people are gonna buy what they want to buy, and it's easy for us to point fingers at people like, why would you buy that? Why would you buy that? But then they also would point fingers at us and say, why would you buy that? Especially what you just got, what you were listening to. What you picked up over the week, some people would ask you, well, why'd you buy that? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's weird. I mean, so I guess in a nutshell,
pistol.
Yeah. There you go. So people would say, why'd you buy that? But anyway, so I guess as far as
that pistol's gonna do more damage than me chucking a 2-ounce silver round at somebody, I can tell you that.
Probably put a hole through it, probably, tell you that much. And there you go. Do your own little mint mark. Ping.
Yeah, here's your new mint mark.
Yeah, here's your new stamp of approval.
And a Band-Aid.
Yeah, but I don't know. Silver bars and silver pours are cool. I think you should, if you like a guy or gal that's pouring and you want to support, go for it. Because a lot of times that's what they're probably like. They probably got a dead end job that they freaking hate. They probably can't wait to get off work and just hit that melter or just hit. It's a release. Everybody needs some kind of release from their job, and so for some people, they're trying to make that release into their job. So if you're able to support them and buy something here and there, that's cool. As far as stacking it, that's up to you. But me personally, and I think probably I can speak for you too, I don't think that you should be stacking poured silver for the weight.
Exactly. But we both get the collectible side of it, but just know that when you're buying it for yourself and not the resale. That's
absolutely.
You're buying that for yourself, knowing that I have my silver weight. Maybe I'll get lucky and get on Facebook or Instagram and somebody really enjoys this as much as I do. Hell, even eBay, right? Enjoys this just as much as I do. And I can try and get back some of what I got into it. But most generally, we're not going to do that. It's going to be in our safes. It's going to be in our cigar boxes. It's going to be in our wherever. Until somebody else finds it when time comes. Now, historic metals, no, I don't think so. I totally agree with you there. And I do want to shout out Coyote Greg Collectibles, Mikey Y. He is one of the first, not the first, but one of the first channel members of this channel, Paulybuck channel. And I appreciate that, which is still under construction. I just haven't had the damn time. Past 3 weeks have been hectic. But everything is under construction, and just
like your whole state, everything's under construction.
Mike, if you're still here, just keep an eye on the community post through the membership tab or however that works. I make them for members only. So there he is. Yeah, cool. All right. So I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. So I wanted to show just a couple pieces that I do have. So I've had this for quite a while.
Yeah, dude, what you got? Let me see.
It's just a cross. It's, what is this? 1.5 ounces. Awesome. So it's labeled, but it's just a, let me get my face out of it. So it's a silver cross that I bought. I met a guy through a Facebook group of precious metals, and he was getting into pouring silver, and he just kept sending me different pictures, different ideas, what to do. And then this was the first one that he actually did, and I bought it. I used to carry it with me all the time. I don't carry it with me anymore, but I still have it. And then the other thing is, there's a channel called Saka Plata. He does YouTube auctions, and this is a 1/4 ounce little sand dollar. I actually, again, did a video about this thing. So it looks like a sand dollar, right? I don't know if anybody's familiar with sand dollars.
Yeah, I haven't seen a sand dollar in decades. Well,
but there's a company on Instagram. Come on. It's called Lake House Beach, I believe. It wants to keep picking up my damn face. I get it. Pick it up. So anyways, it's called Lake House Beach, and they do a lot of, well, mostly just poured silver. And he had 50 of these made for his channel, and I bought one. And this was quite a while back. Just, I forget what I paid for. It didn't matter. I just wanted to show support to his channel because he does put on a really good world coin kind of auction. Just stuff you won't see. It's not, you know, your typical Kennedys or Franklin halves or Buffalo rounds. There's a lot of world coin stuff there. And then this one's just a little eagle with a shield. I think this was given to me. I don't recall. But it's made by a company called Mutiny Metals.
I've heard of them.
It's a 1/2 ounce. They even stamp it. It's really tough to see, but made in the USA, down by the number 2. But it's cool. They make rum bottles and little stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, Lake House Beach is coming back to YouTube, and they're on Instagram. I've been following them on Instagram for quite a long time. They do make some really, really cool stuff. It's just, do you want to stack or do you want to collect cool stuff? You know? So I found myself with silver buying what I can, but I'm trying to find, I guess, other than generics, I like stacking American Silver Eagles, and that's just where I'm at, and that's where I'm always going to be. 10-ounce bars, American Silver Eagles is what I like to stack. I don't go crazy when I see the price drop and have to go buy the cheapest silver that I could possibly buy just to say I bought some silver. I bought some silver, right? So what I'm just sticking to gold, basically. If I find a decent price on some Eagles, and what I mean by decent price is somewhere around the nowadays $27 to $28 range, I'm going to try and buy some.
Yeah.
If I can. I'm not gonna put myself in a poorhouse to go buy some American Silver Eagles. But I do continuously stack gold, whether it's 1/10, 1/4, 1/2, 1 ounce. I continue to do that a couple times a week, a couple times a month, whatever it is. I'm constantly adding to the gold. And
your 1/10 challenge. Don't forget to mention that on here. You know, you're still doing that, right? The 1/10.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. 1/10 ounce gold challenge.
People,
it's just the minimum. It's such a great size for it. Yes, you can kill them to death with the premium. We can talk premiums all you want, but a lot of times you can get that premium back out of that one little 1/10 ounce if you're buying it just to store some money for a little while and then turn around and sell it. The point of stacking is to do that. Stack it. Keep stacking it, right? Not to stack it. Oh, shit, I got to sell it. Nah, stack it again. Oh, shit, I got to sell it. The point is just to keep stacking it. Adding zeros to the end of your stack, right? That's the point of stacking.
Zeros and commas. Yeah.
Collecting, completely different. Completely different. You're defeating the purpose of the stack at that point, but it's a completely different side of what you have going on. Collecting stuff is you're gonna show it off. Like behind me, I've got those Knights of the Past coins. I got them somewhere in here. You can't really see them. There's no light on them. Those are collectors. It's 1 ounce of silver is all it is, but it's it's not 1 ounce of silver. It's worth more than that to me because that's what I paid for it. Will I get that back if I tried to sell it? I don't know. I really don't know. Things like that happen so fast, whether it's a release from AppMex, a release from JM Bullion, a release from anywhere, that we don't know what the value of something like that could end up being, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know what it came out at. We know what it sold out at. We can see what they sell for on eBay and YouTube live coin auctions, but what happens from there, right? What happens 10 years from now?
Exactly.
You don't know what the price of that thing's going to be. Is it going to be much, much higher than what you paid for it? Or is it going to be worth nothing? Mm-hmm. It's a collectible. And if someone doesn't like Wolverine or an error coin or anything like that, and they have bought into these things, and now they're thinking, well, why hasn't this price gone up on this? Well, what did I buy this for? Right? Well, it was pumped and we bought into it. That's what happened.
A lot of people do a lot of buying without doing a lot of research or just future thought. Like I had a thought the other day I was driving around, and it was a very profound thought that I kind of want to share with everybody. It was more of like, you know, we're all stacking gold and silver for all, like, you know, savings and stuff like that. But I find that I feel there's a lot of people out there that might be stacking gold and silver, and they just really don't know why. They just know it's the thing to do. But stacking the gold and silver will leave you a future value, whereas you say like a collector piece, you're still going to have whatever metal value is in there. But is that, like you said, $800 Wolverine coin going to yield you a profit? Say, like when Wolverine Deadpool comes out and you try to sell it then, is it gonna give you the profit then, or is it just gonna just be even kill as this is an $800 coin now, and now it's kind of lost its luxury, and now it's kind of $500. It's kind of what happens with I feel like a lot of the mint coins, that they'll be hot and they'll have a hot resale value where you buy it for $100, you sell for $300 on eBay, and then, you know, a year or two later, now it's selling for $125. You're like, wait a minute, that was going for $300 before.
Yeah,
because the jazz and the hype, like you say, is kind of gone, and it's kind of
once the talk stops,
gone.
You're left with the coin, but you're left with what to do with it at that point.
Yeah, are you just showing it off at that point? Look, I got an error coin, or are you trying to? It all depends on like what you want to do with it. If you're just buying it because you want to own it and keep it forever and show it off, then hey, you're buying a piece of, in my opinion, kind of an artistic piece of silver, or you're buying a rare piece of you're buying a collectible, if you will, right? Which is fine, but I would suggest not focusing your stacking on just buying collectibles, unless you're trying to like seriously flip them. But you also have to keep in mind that like a lot of people out here doing the same thing you're doing too. A lot of people are going to be trying to have the same coin, and there'll be deals and cutthroat, and you have to deal with the community, and everyone wants a deal. I mean, I kind of went back and watched your all stream before, and everyone wanted the deal, you know. So it's you gotta have to kind of, like I said, have the forethought of like, what am I getting myself into? Especially if you're trying to resell it, you always have to think like possible outcomes. Like, you might not win on this, you might take a loss. You have to be willing to take that into mind too. So and I've read, I want to say hi to Gen X Collectibles. I don't know if he's still here or not, but he said something about he shouldn't be, in his opinion, you shouldn't be stacking if you're constantly, or you're selling. I can agree to that to some point, but if you have never sold your precious metals, you may want to think about trying to sell some of it, because at some point in time, what's the point of stacking if you're not in it to profit, or at least get your money back out of it, right? And that's where I was saying, like,
it's to hold your wealth.
So a lot of people are buying and don't know what's going to happen.
Don't try or don't sell. Everybody should at some point in time try to sell something, whether it's to a pawn shop, whether it's to a coin shop, whether it's on eBay, Facebook, Instagram, whatnot, whatever. There's so many. There are so many avenues that at some point in time, you're going to want to try and get something back out of what you have, unless you're just stacking for generational wealth and you don't care. But I would say most that are here do care to a certain point.
Yeah. And I think also selling is also a good thing too, because you also get the experience of what it's like for the future. And it's like, and by selling too, if you find someone who's willing to constantly buy, then you have a source you know that you can go to for like liquidating your coins for a good price. And that helps too. So for me personally, going to my coin guy, he's willing to buy certain things and do certain like consignment deals and stuff like that with me, because I've built a relationship with that coin store for over 12 years now. Whereas anybody who walks in, they're going to tell them like, we don't do that. So finding somewhere to sell it to, whether it be like a local coin store, like I said, or eBay, getting that experience is good, because it makes you also feel comfortable that like, okay, this can be sold. I'm not just stacking this for whatever, and you have nowhere to take it to like when it comes time to like, I need some cash.
Yep. Yep.
But that's why we stack it, in case we need the cash and life emergency, go into the little funds and ding, here you go.
Yeah, the point is to hold its value. Yes, silver goes up, silver goes down. Same with gold, same with platinum, everything. It goes up, it goes down. You got to find your right way, your right time in, right way out. But if it's a consistent basis, overall, you should be fine. And that's just a big gray area to even say anything like that, I guess. But yeah, I mean, if you are stacking, you have some knowledge of what you're doing now, right? You just don't know what the future holds. That's all.
That's true.
And something like this isn't going to be recognized over an American Silver Eagle, right? Somebody would take an American Silver Eagle today over this, I would say.
It's more recognizable, and it has the government backing to it as well, too.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
Right on. So,
yes, Janine, learning experience. That's right.
Yeah, there's so many comments I haven't even like.
No, and okay, so Angry Warrior, I've sold on eBay a long time ago. Used to sell
eBay. Yeah, who said that?
Well, Angry Warrior said that. So yeah, it is. I mean, there are fees. There are fees, but again, that's a platform that anybody can use, and that's just the price of business, right? And let's just say your local coin shop. Yeah, sometimes things might be a little bit more expensive there, but you're walking into their restaurant, basically restaurant. They're keeping the lights on. They're cooking the food. They're giving you the service. So there you go. And it just, I guess I said restaurant because I wanted to use that. But me and a guy I work with walked into this bar around dinner time for our, meal at work, right? But we took it to go. Well, earlier a week or so before, he went in there with somebody else, but they sat down and ate, right? And when we took the food to go, and my parents were in the restaurant business for years and years and years. When we took the food to go and we got back to the truck, he says, "Man, this is a lot of food. I didn't get this much food when I sat there and ate." Well, no, you didn't get that much food when you sat down in there and ate. You want to know why? Because they have to portion it correctly for you sitting in their establishment using their power while you sat there and eat your meal. Portions are going to be a little bit smaller. Now they can give you a little bit more portions when they kick you out the door with the food, because you're not sticking around there drinking alcohol, playing the Keno, playing the pull tabs, doing all this stuff that people do in bars, because you're not giving them any more money, but you're also not wasting anything that they've provided for you while you're there, right?
Correct.
He didn't understand.
He's not cost them any additional costs while you were dining at their establishment.
Exactly. So again, there are a lot of fees on eBay, but it is a source that any Joe Schmo or Joe Schmoette can go on, take a picture, write a description, and put something up for sale. Whether you do it as an auction or whether you do it as a buy it now, whatever, it can be done.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a worldwide marketplace where you could sell pretty much anything you want on there, pretty much. And the fees are what they are and stuff. It is what it is, and it sucks. But that's why you have to kind of you careful what you buy as far as what you can try to resell it for. And when you do resell it for, you have to kind of take in mind it's going to be a certain percentage of fees. So you have to, if eBay is going to take 14.55% of your total stuff, then you tell yourself, well, I have to at least mark this up at least a minimum of about 20%, 25%. You need to get somewhat of value of what I'm doing as far as paying myself the time to buy the item and package it up and send it to the post office and all that good jazz.
You're trying to get yours back out of it, but in the back of your mind, you know that eBay is going to take some, so make sure yours is enough to cover eBay.
Correct.
And that's where you have issues with someone else coming in, putting a lower price on it. Let's just.
Oh, I know.
I know all. We've talked about this before, and I know I have. But that's my issue sometimes with those quote unquote games that you see on YouTube is 10 people, they're racing for one item. What they all pay the same amount for this item that's worth the value. Yeah. So then they win this thing. And then right off the bat, you could turn around and sell it on eBay. But now you just diluted the cost, not the cost, but the value of the actual item. Let's say it's a $150 item and you want it for $15, right? You want it for 15. You can go on eBay and undercut every single person that's on there that the value of the collectible is, should be worth. You can undercut them, and now you have a set completed price, and there you go. You're happy. You won it. You're happy. You sold it. You got a little bit extra cash in your money. You can turn that into more silver. Let's say it was a 1 ounce piece. Now you can buy 3 ounces of silver with that 1 ounce piece that you just had.
True.
And that's where things just get wacky.
Yeah, especially when it comes time to if I'm trying to make assignment deals based on eBay sale prices, and we're going up an average of what things have sold, and you've got things that are should be what they are. Then you have like you said, that one guy who won a piece of silver or won some kind of free comic from some kind of giveaway, and like you said, he's gonna undersell the shit out of it. All it does is it just affects the resale value for that item for somebody else in the future.
And it hurts the person that makes a business out of selling on eBay, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's people who have people who have stores on eBay who use that platform to sell on every single day. That's what they do.
And speaking of like you said, competitive pricing, I've actually had this book on eBay, actually, the first Red Hulk, the newsstand, and the 9.6. There's only 8 on the entire census, and the 9.6 and 2 and the 9.8. So it's basically it's one of the top 10 books basically in this whole grade, that whole thing. I've got it right now going for about $2,000 on eBay,
right.
And of course I had a guy who had actually happened to have one of the other 7 apparently that were graded, put his up too, and of course put it for a lower price. And so now I'm at the whole oh great, now I have to compete with another guy who's I'll have to lower mine and he'll lower his, and it's going to be a tug of war until somebody pulls. I just hope that if it does get something like that, and there's more and more talk as far as the Red Hulk coming and as far as the Thunderbolt movies and stuff, and the hype gets there, that if somebody does buy the other guys here, it'll set a certain price mark. We're like, well, there's only 7 of these books left, because
that's just the price will go up. There was only so many left,
so hopefully mine will then hopefully go up. But
yeah,
the whole tug and war thing and eBay thing is part of it too. You have to kind of deal with as far as when you have competitive items. But I find if you buy certain things that are going to give you good value return, you're going to get your money on eBay. Things like the Black Flag coins, the Marvel coins, the DC coins, stuff they're going to have that are limited to 15,000 or so. Got to get buzz. If you get them on eBay quick and stuff, you're going to get a decent return. I just find
that's just the point. The quickness of it. Yeah. Get them on there quick. But we don't know the value after after it's dead and gone, after we've stopped talking about it, after, okay, I've got a roll of these things I've had for a year. Let's see what I can get. After 10 years, let's see what I can get. That's the risk you're taking as far as trying to buy a collectible and make a profit off it, buying it other than for the silver, I guess, content, right?
Yeah. I guess the only thing I could probably say with confidence that something that you could probably buy that would be, I hate to say guaranteed returns because nothing's ever guaranteed, but I think you would maybe agree with me, like first in the series stuff, things that are like you're gonna be like they're gonna have like 8 or 9 or 10 in the series or whatever, and they're gonna the first
depending
one
on what it is,
one,
yep.
like the black
for
flag,
me.
like, yeah, like the Queen Anne's Revenge
I'm not out there buying every single first in a series of anything, you know.
No, I shouldn't recommend you doing that either, too. I think.
Yeah, right.
Let's definitely concentrate on that. Like, I don't think you should go out there and buy everything that's first in the series, but not every series has great standings. There's very few series in my mind that in the last few years that have actually made some kind of like impact where that first coin is actually still worth the value. Like Queen Anne's Revenge, that coin's still $80 to $100 right now on eBay. Sure. Spider-Man coin, that's anywhere from $100 to $150, $200 right there. The Batman coin, you get that for about 75 or 80. So there are a few things, mostly superhero-oriented kind of type of things. But
and that's what I was gonna say. I see, especially for you and I see again, loss of words here, but it has something to do with something else. You say Batman, well, there's comics of Batman, there's movies of Batman. You say Marvel, you say Spider-Man, there's comics of Spider-Man, there's cards, there's movies, there's all this other stuff other than just a silver coin that you can put all these things in and make a very, very nice collection out of.
That's true. I think also something else too that's outside the silver that's if you don't mind me showing.
As long as it ain't crack.
No, I don't do crack. Crack is whack. As far as first in the series goes, I think we can all admit that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's coming out. That these.
Yeah, dude.
Would be our ideal type of coins to get as far as holding their value collector goes. I think these are
yeah, for sure. Those are
soon to be
not only low mintage first in the series, but they're just a beautiful reverse struck coin. That if you don't have one, I would recommend just getting one for your collection. I mean, and you can still get them at a decent price. Now you have to shop around again. Another video I'm working on, but you can find them at a pretty decent price still.
You can. I think you can find them for a very competitive price as far as what other places are asking for as far as the A to the X guys and the online guys are concerned. You're able to get it for a very competitive price. And I think that coin being a limited edition, I've been talking about this coin actually recently, I know I'm kind of like quote unquote late to the game when talking about it, but I still think that it's one of these coins where people still don't realize Spain's starting to mint coins. Yeah. There are a lot of people in the world that, first of all, don't even stack coins. They have no knowledge period of it. But people who do stack silver and gold and people are into the coin thing, I would probably have a comfortable suggestion that maybe 15 to 20% of the entire stacking community is even aware that Spain is even doing this.
And dude, there's only one distributor who can bring them here as of right now, and they only get a third of the total mintage here to the United States. The rest are in Spain, possibly on eBay because that is worldwide.
Yeah.
But the thing is, 1/3 of the total mintage of 50,000 1/10, 15,000 1 ounce get a chance to be here in the United States.
That's 5,000 coins basically, and you're talking about a series, anything in 5,000 limited is fly.
Yeah.
And the only reason why these things haven't flown because it's an ounce of gold, and not everybody can afford an ounce of gold just like that. I would love to go and lock up like 20 right now. And there's there's a part of me that's going that's telling me.
I can tell you on the 1 ounce, links, there is less than 90 left for sale at Kagan's now.
Only
less
90?
than 90. Less than 90 in the 1 ounce.
Huh. And I'm
once
pretty
he's
sure
out, he's out.
That's it.
Who's ever got him at that point, whether it's JM Bullion or AppMax,
they'll all just be gone. Everything.
Yeah.
JM's out. They don't have any. They've been out for a while.
There you
AppMax, I think, has a few. I think, and they have some of the Toro. But when they make that horse one and they make the 10th ounce Buffalo, and Toro, and people start really realizing these are real coins and Spain's making coins, and without going too far into the knowledge, like they start making silvers. Oh my God, it's curtains. Yeah, it's curtains. That you will wish you would have that one coin. So I would say that of all the collectible things, I could comfortably say that's one to pick up as far as collectible bullion, if you will, because limited dimensions kind of reminds me of the reverse proof Libertads. Those coins I think are good to get because I think they'll have a high resale in the future, and because you'll have people who want to complete the sets or start the sets, and people will go, oh my God, I didn't know that Bane's making bullion coin. This horse is cool looking. Oh wait, there are 2 other coins behind this. I gotta go get those now, and then they're gonna be limited.
And then that's where the collector side comes in and says, well, I gotta have it. And
yeah, I got one. I got a set right here. I got a 10th ounce and a 1 ounce. What do you want? $3,000 right here. Okay, I'll tell you $3,000. Okay, I'll take it. $3,000. I want it. I want it. I need to have it. We'll be over here just feeding for like, I gotta have it. Like, I gotta have it. I'd just be smacking my jack, and it'd be.
And that's one thing that you just showed that a lot of people don't know about is are the boxes that you can get for these. Dude, I see a lot of these sell on YouTube, and I don't know if they even have a COA with them. I don't know if they even send a box with them, but these things are available if you know where to get them. And obviously the auctioneers on YouTube, they're not putting in the extra money to offer that the people buying them.
The boxes are so cool. And should I tell them more about the boxes, or
you say whatever you want.
All right, cool. I'll make sure it's up in my boundaries what's allowed to or not. The cool part about it is that these boxes come in different fashions. As far as you saw the one I had where it fit the coin raw, or they even make some where if you get the coins graded,
right,
they have a box that will fit 2 graded coins. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm debating sending some of mine off the grading, and regardless if it gets a 69 or 70, it might just be like, whatever, I don't care, just get it graded. That way I have 2 sets, so I can have a raw set and a graded set, and it depending on which one I want to sell in the future, because I'm going to keep one and sell one. That's kind of my goal. Sell one when thinking toward the end of the series, when people are like, I need to have that first one.
Yeah, okay. That's another one. Guido, he had was it a complete 1/4 ounce gold set Heist? I thought that's what he had, except that it was a box complete set, but it didn't have the completer coin spot, or a spot for the completer coin or something. But I know what you're talking about.
Are you talking about for the Queen's Beast series?
Queen's Beast, yeah. Maybe they had them in silver too. I'm not 100% sure. Dude, I mean, as far as a series, a set box.
Holy crap, that completer coin in the gold, man. I wish to God I would have bought a lot of those, man. They're asking $3,000 plus for those right now. It's absurd, dude.
I was looking at, there's a 10 ounce Una and the Lion. Okay, so the first of the Engraver series, right? Because the next one was the 3 Graces. The first one was the Una and the Lion. They want like $900 for that right now. Well, AppMax, like $900. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, that's of the value of that has gone up. I remember paying for the 1 ounce like $50 for the 1 ounce. I know a guy that's got the 100 ounce, and that's a beautiful chunk of silver.
That's huge. Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy they can ask for some of this stuff. But me personally, I'm just gonna keep stacking the government bullion cheap. Like right now, my LCS has got silver maples for like $25 a piece, which is like amazing.
Wine Country, do you have that one? Because I wasn't talking about you, but if anybody has it, Wine Country might have that 100-ounce Una in the Lion Bar.
Really?
He's another one to follow. He's been posting a lot of pictures on Instagram of his 100-ounce bar collections.
Yeah,
and
post that one if you haven't already. I want to see that joint.
He's got some vintage stuff, man. Some vintage stuff.
Right. It's wild how that vintage stuff, like a lot of the Engelhard stuff, especially like a lot of stuff from like the 80s.
It's nice too because he puts a story with like the background of the company that actually minted it. So it's really cool to follow. If you're not following him on Instagram, definitely do that.
Check him out.
Yeah.
What we got going in the comments over here? Let's see.
Jane's holding the place down. That's the way to do it.
Is she moderating everything right now? Seems to be. She's holding down the fort over here. Nice. Got 17 people live. I got looking like here.
Well, why don't I bring up this random comment picker and
for the giveaway? Yeah.
Pick a winner for the giveaway. This thing has been put off. We were talking about it earlier. We've put off this live stream for 3 weeks because of my work schedule, and I apologize for that.
And I was in the Dominican Republic too for a week.
And you were in the Dominican Republic for the very first week we were going to do it, but we did put it off. If you have not entered that giveaway, now would be your last minute kind of time to do it. I pinned the comment up above. I don't know if if it's still pinned there. I'm not watching the YouTube side. It should be
there. It's still there.
You can go there and get entered. Let me see. I brought it up. That's the video. I've got to enter. There was a specific hashtag, and for you last minute entries, it has to be spelt right for this to grab the comment. And there was a bunch in there that just didn't do it right, and and I said it in the video, and they put spaces, so it's supposed to be hashtag thank you MME without any spaces, anything like that. That's how hashtags work. So that's what it's going to filter out, and that's what it's going to grab. So let's put that as the answer. Get the comments. So right now it's showing me 72 comments. I think I did enter without a phrase. What's the secret phrase? Heist, I'm pretty sure you put it. It was, so if you want to run there now and do it, I'll give it like 5 more minutes. It's hashtag thank you MME for Money Metals Exchange. Yeah, and I'm going to add something to it. I'm just not going to say what that is. Can you enter 2 phrases, either one for the drawing? You can enter as many times as you want. That's not a big deal, but it's only going to grab your 1 comment. I have that. No duplicate comments. So if you enter it a bunch of times, it's only going to grab it once, right?
Only once.
Yeah. It's not going to give you extra. It's not going to give you extra entries to enter it a bunch of different times.
The more comments you make, the more. Nope, not going to happen.
I step away for 2 minutes to do that, and you let your hair down. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. Give me put it down for a second. Let it dry. It was all kind of figure. Let the soul go for a little bit. Kind of just let it all hang out.
So then Sean and I were talking before the stream that we said, well, should you be here? And I never did say that in the video. So you don't have to be here to win. But it is, as always, 24 hours. If said winner isn't here, sorry. But if they do not get back to me within 24 hours as an email or an instant message on Instagram or hell, even Facebook. And this was going to be live on Facebook. When I hit go live, it didn't update it because of the postponement. It'll do it on the YouTube side, but on Facebook, it deleted it. So when I hit live, it said this has been deleted on Facebook. So we're not live on Facebook today. So that's just in the learning process. No big deal, whatever. But if you were there, which you're not, go there and enter.
Everyone been like, where's Pauly at? Where's he at? I'm here all alone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, and shit, don't forget, we sprung ahead last night or early
Yes,
this
we
morning.
did. We're an
Oh,
hour.
damn, I got to go set all those clocks too.
So
1
probably
hour we
something
went ahead.
Yeah.
Very possible it could be the last time we do that too.
I hope so. The idiots in office brought it up last year, and it seemed like they were actually going to like sign off on it, but I guess their egos still won't allow them to come together and vote on something that like everybody still wants. So they're going to bring it up again this year. I don't know what these assholes are doing. It just seems like they're trying to screw us all.
Well,
over,
it's been passed by both. It just has to be signed by the president, and
he ain't signed it yet.
Time will tell if we fall back. I believe what's that in November?
Yeah.
So that'll be that, but that could be very well the last time the clocks change for us.
Oh, I hope so. It'd be nice. There's just no need to do this whole hour thing back and forth. It's just really not necessary. I mean, it would also just be so much more advantageous for people in the West Coast, especially in the Northwest. You know, they won't have to be experiencing dark at 4 p.m. You know, kids get at least more chance to play outside, and people have the chance to actually go outside and actually enjoy some more sunlight instead of having to, you know, just get off work and go to work in darkness and get off work in darkness and kind of basically living in darkness. It's not cool. So I think it'd just be great for everybody. This just be save so many people from, you know, clocks change, show up in their work next day, everyone's all tired and I don't feel right. Daylight savings. It's just best for production purposes. Just get rid of it.
Well, the wife and I talked about it, and we said, well, the time changes and so on and so forth. And I got up this morning, didn't even think about it, but I said, man, it's still, because yesterday, waking up Saturday, I got to sleep in just a touch, but was up and it was daylight outside. I said, whoa, what the hell's going on? And then I woke up this morning and it wasn't daylight, and I woke up just a little bit later, but still, I said, shit, it's not 7:45, it's 8:45. What the hell am I doing here? Yeah, no kidding. All right, now let me see if I can share this. Yes. Oh, I gotta go down here, share a screen.
See, Angry Warrior knows what I'm talking about. Says, yes, going to work in the dark and coming home in the dark sucks.
Yeah, Janine said vampires. Okay. So here's that. Let me make it full screen. Get rid of both of us. Nobody wants to see that.
They don't want to see my face.
All right. So I do have the link there. There's the filter for duplicate users. That is now clicked. Thank you, MME. The capitalized and all that stuff, that's just how I wrote it. So it doesn't have to be that way. It just has to be the letters in that direct way.
C is for cookie.
Real quick, what is 2 + 5?
7.
All right. Get the comments. It is at 75 unique comments. And we come down here.
Yeah.
And we start the raffle. But before that, let's go back to StreamYard. Is everybody ready for the drawing?
Ready. Here we go.
Math is hard. Yeah, I know, right? All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Here we go.
Silver Scorpion.
Oh, snap.
All right. So if you're here, Silver Scorpion, congratulations on that win. If anybody wants to tell him, they can tell him, or we can pick again in 24 hours. If he does not know, I will not reach out. It is one of those things where you should have been here, so on and so forth. So we will give him the 24 hours.
316.
If I hear from him, I will make an announcement on my YouTube community page. So there we go. Congratulations to Silver Scorpion. He is a really good dude in the community. He's actually done a lot of things for me. Hold on one second. Let me grab him.
Yeah. Pauly's going to go digging around. He's probably gonna find one of his lost kids in there, probably. You got something. Ta-da.
Oh shit.
Oh,
all right. So the damn thing smacked me right in the nose, man.
Oh, quite.
So I've showed this off before. He actually made one of these for me and DOA, but it's just a wood.
Oh, that's the guy that did that? Oh, I remember that was done. That was Silver Scorpion?
Yeah, so it's laser etched on that. I keep it behind me at all times, but it covers, you can't see him because it's dark back there, but it covers wires, that run down the corner of the wall, TV and stuff. And then
Randy would approve.
He can do them on coins now. So this is copper he made.
That's cool.
It does show the dark of the sunglasses from my old logo.
Like a laser,
probably have them do it
or whatever. That's awesome. Nice.
And then this is actually just a little piece. It's a piece of silver, but he's still working on that. So it's just a small etched in image. He's still working the bugs out on that, but it was a test. It was a test run, and he made that as well. So I did change the kind of logo, and I'm digging it for now. The head was cool and everything for quite some time, but I felt it was time for a change, so I did.
There you go.
But he does. He reach out to him if you want some cool stuff made. I mean,
nice.
Anything you could think of etching on, the guy can etch on. And if there's a portrait that you want to have preserved on a piece of wood and give it to somebody as a wedding gift or whatever, there's endless possibilities.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He does do a lot of shout outs on YouTube for a lot of different people. It's just a good all around guy, in my opinion.
Nice.
Yeah.
The thing was cool, man. I remember what the video that he showed. I forgot it was that guy, but now that you said something about it, like, oh yes, remember he made one for you and DOA a while back, and
yeah,
remember you showing the video and stuff.
Dartboard. Don't use it as a dartboard.
Cool. A dartboard.
Yeah, right. But no, so yeah, he made those, and like I said, he can do a lot of different things with stuff. I pinged him on Instagram. There you go, Heist. Let him know. And that guy works a crazy hours, so he might be at work for all we know. And he does have a bunch of different channels here on YouTube. He does a stacking type thing, and then he's also got like scrapping, and then Scorpion Metals is another one where he does do pouring and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah, the pouring's fun, man. I've been doing mostly just aluminum, just kind of just testing this stuff. I guess I haven't developed the courage yet to go into the silver. I got some more of it. So I don't have really anything really to.
But that's the package.
There it is. The package.
There he is right there. Scorpion Metals. Hey, buddy, you gotta get a hold of me. Congratulations. You won. And we just showed off all of this cool stuff.
The giveaway is going your way.
There we go.
Sending the giveaway your way. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely get a hold of me, and I'm pretty sure I still have your address, but just in case,
send your address and information to Pauly via email. There it is. Send it to that face. His face.
Send it to that face.
That face.
We'll have to get another one with the new logo on it. That's what I was talking about.
He might make you one. You never know.
We'll see. You never know. He come in as Scorpion Metals, not Silver Scorpion. So I don't think Scorpion Metals won this thing. Who won this thing was Silver Scorpion.
Uh-oh.
Now wait a minute here. Is this going to be right? Can I do it that way?
Oh, what's going on?
Oh well, congratulations! You are the winner, no matter what you come in here as.
It's however you identify on the channel, that silver is going to you, buddy.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So hopefully I can get a hold of them. I've used them a couple times since they reached out to me, and I guess talk about them a little bit more. It's not a sponsorship by any means. They don't pay me anything at all. I have a link that people can use, and I do get a kickback from that. I really haven't seen exactly what it is or how much it is, but it's not that It doesn't cost anybody else anything to use it. Again, that's all down below. If you're shopping, they are very competitive in their prices. And what's nice is you can go there and not get lost in collectibles, right? They have bullion, they have stacking supplies there. That's what they deal in. They don't deal in collectibles. They deal with stacking supplies, and they have those starter packages, which are a decent deal as far as that goes.
I think it's a pretty good deal as far as what you get. I mean, especially a lot of people like to put a lot of premium on the fractional pieces. That you're getting a lot of fractional pieces for, in my opinion,
decent amount
price overall. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, dude. I think it's, I think it's reasonable for someone who's getting started and you want to have a little bit of, all sizes and kind of just figure it out from there. Yeah, why not? And then if you want to check it out, click the link, and it probably gets a little kickback to helping Pauly out, and that just shows at Monument Metal that, hey, we did a good thing. Give a giveaway to Pauly because he's able to give us some attention, and you never know, it might be more giveaways coming. You just never know.
Yeah, oh, and exactly right. And I'm trying to reach out with them and get somebody from the company to come on here and talk with us here and go from there. Just tell more about it rather than me telling you about them, having them on here telling us about them.
Yeah,
from their own mouth,
A little bit about the company, their history, and why they do what they do, and maybe share the little company statement, and go from there.
Yeah. And again, I'm trying to get Dr. Kagan's back on as well. He's busy as can be. Those coins are being minted as we speak.
Oh, yeah.
And it was either going to be late this month or even early next month, but the minting process has started here in March. So,
I can't wait. I'm thinking hopefully before, hopefully around 4th of July or so before we'll get those new coins, and man, I can't wait to see them. Can't wait.
I'll try and let people know as soon as I know when you can, and if you want to jump on them, you can. It's,
I'm going to grab one as soon as
before they hit the YouTube and Instagram waves. And I get it. People are out there. It's a lot of them. It's their business now. And maybe it's an extra business for flipping silver and gold. And I'm not trying to take any food out of anybody's mouths, but what I try and do is show you a way to do it cheaper is all. And if I can talk about them and point you in the right direction, it don't cost you a dime to listen, and I don't make a dime off of you listening. So
20 food go around.
And again, I've had the finger pointed a bunch of times, you're hurting this, you're hurting that. Well, I'm sorry. Sorry. But you're hurting everybody else,
Yeah. I don't even pay even 2 cents into the whole thing because, like I said, there's plenty of YouTubers, there's plenty of food to go around, i.e. food going around. There's enough to where I don't think anybody's going to not be able to, no one's going to be homeless. I think everything will be okay. So, but that's just me.
I hope so.
Kind of even kill and, just a dude, not trying to, take any sides or just I'm everybody's friend. That's just how I look at it. I'm everybody's friend.
Son of a.
But, what are you sitting on the cat?
No, I had my protection on earlier, and it's been.
Oh yeah, dude, so they're just sitting on the cat.
I haven't seen the cat in a while. Cat might be locked in something. I don't know.
Don't tell me you shot the cat, damn it.
There he is. Now he's making it official. Silver Scorpion, congratulations.
There he is.
Once again, buddy.
Bang! He's in there.
There's just that, Pauly. AW, you know it, buddy. I appreciate you too, man.
Right on.
Some sun. Look at that pasty white skin. Michigan just needs to start getting some sunlight out for me, man.
You all is nothing but cloud cover and snow the last 5 months, basically.
Let me tell you.
No wonder you're out there working so much because the damn doesn't stop snowing. The power just doesn't want to stay on. Tell you what.
It was ice. It originally started with an ice storm.
It was ice and ice.
And we got the outages down to like 2,500, right? And then we got another semi-ice storm. It could have been really bad. Gained a few more thousand outages. The next day, 10 inches of snow. And, 10 inches of snow here where I live is one thing, but 10 inches of snow in the inner city of Detroit, what those people, I mean, they're stuck, right? They are stuck where they are at. And that's
ain't going nowhere.
They're going nowhere. And then to be able to go nowhere,
you better have blankets and food and water. Otherwise,
to be able to go nowhere and then have no power.
Yeah.
You know? So that added another 10 days onto what we already had. And it slowed down. They should be all back up and running. We had the weekend off.
Soon, so hopefully you won't have any more of this crazy storms we're dealing with.
Well, it's usually when it starts, you know. Right now we haven't had a good ice storm like that in quite a while. 6-7 years ago. I mean, there was 850,000+ people out of power, and
that's crazy.
Some of them for 10, 12 days. You know,
that's nuts.
It was a mess, and as we like to say, the natives were getting restless.
Oh,
and completely understandable. Completely understandable. But
I mean, because a lot of people just, without sounding kind of weird, there's a lot of people in that kind of state and other states that, you know, depend on that small living life to where it's like they kind of have to need each day to kind of get back in the whole
all right, Scorpion.
Go to work, make money, or go here, go to the farm to get this food, or something's got to happen that day so that the next day can happen, or that day can happen. So if they're not able to travel or nothing, then how do you stay alive at that point? So you got to make sure that you I guess all your food's outside of that point. You don't need your refrigerator anymore. And burning stuff to keep hope you have enough a lot of dry wood to stay warm, because that's crazy, man. 10 days, 12 days without power, and almost 1 million people. Wow.
It's a whole different lifestyle, and I'm fortunate to live where I live up here in the sticks, and it's a completely different lifestyle, man.
Should that happen here in Maryland, people would lose their damn mind.
Yeah.
If we had 10 inches of snow here,
with the Wi-Fi
and take 10 days of no power, oh my God, that'd be, the yuppies in this area would lose their damn mind. They don't know what to do. They'd probably eat each other, probably. I don't know. Whatever. I'd be
well, and the main thing is, which people do forget about, is that it is very dangerous. And I didn't hear of one accident from all of it. And you're talking,
that's good,
hundreds of thousands of man hours that were put in those 15, 16 days straight, away from home, away from your family, all this stuff. And it just, what people need to realize, it's not as easy as just flipping on a light switch, right?
You're dealing with like high voltage electricity that should kill you if you don't touch it, if you touch it wrong.
And not just it, anything it's touching. Anything is touching. It can be hung up in a tree. It could be laying on a fence. It could be laying on a fire hydrant. It could be laying on anything.
You have no time to react. You're just dead. You touch it wrong. So a
lot of people don't realize that, and they'll let their dogs out and everything. I mean, every yard's fenced in. Every yard's fenced in. They let their dog out. Dog does what it has to do. If it smells the other dog that pissed on the fence earlier, it goes in there, sniffs it, and that wire's laying on the fence. Well, you ain't got a doggy no more,
Yeah, that Ren and Stimpy episode. So he wasn't electric fence, huh?
Don't whiz on the electric fence.
Don't whiz on the electric fence. They tell you it was an electric fence, didn't you?
Yeah, right.
That's as well. That's awesome. You guys didn't have the 0 days since last incident. That's good to know, because like I said, you have a lot of guys out. That's a lot of people out there working.
That's in one ticker you don't want to see turn back.
Not 80 accident. That's great. We don't need to have any loss of life from people trying to restore the power. We're just trying to keep So yeah, you got a pretty dangerous job. I don't know if it's. I guess it's up there with the deadliest catch kind of guys up there in the Bering Strait, freezing their asses off in 33 below weather.
Yeah, you never watch that show. Watch that show, and you'll realize you'll
my God,
you'll eat that crab a little slower and won't swallow so hard when you fork over the bill
on your face, all so slowly. You're like, I love this crab. This crab, like, it can pinch me. I don't care, because dude, I I'm not built for that condition. I can't do that. It's a great
No.
pay. You can get
No.
30, 40 grand in a couple weeks. It's some great pay, but I'm not
they're
built for
nuts.
that. I'm
They're
sorry.
nuts. That's a crazy
2-3 hours of sleeping every day,
job,
maybe
man.
at the most. 20 hours out there straight, just in the freezing rain, water, just trying not to fall into a water where if you fall in there, you got 30 seconds, you're dead. That's
yeah, right.
That's nuts, man. I when I first saw this show, I was like, oh, that looks like fun, man. We go out there and fishing and whatever, geared up, and then now like I'm older, I'm like, I don't care. I pay you $1 million for 2 weeks. I wouldn't do that shit. My ass would end up in the water within the first 50 minutes of being out in that water.
No kidding.
No, sir.
Well, dude, I think it's about that time. I hate to do it, but I gotta do it.
All good things must come to an end. It's all good.
Yeah, man.
There'll be others.
Let's plan on next week. You wanna?
I should be able to do that. I don't think everything that I know I have planned at all, but I'll keep you informed, and my schedule's pretty open and stuff. So we'll see if I can make it happen. Wouldn't see why not. But I want to thank everybody in the
yeah. If you haven't hit the
Department of Numismatics, just subscribe to your channel. Welcome to Buckmaster.
Who was that?
Welcome to the Department of
Numismatics. Look at the
Numismatics.
The Don. Thank you, buddy. And hey, while you're here, I got your email. I'm going to try and make it work out tonight. He's going live tonight at 8 p.m. I'm going to try and be there. If I'm there, it's going to be a pop in. Hey, how you doing? Maybe a half hour or something like that, buddy. So I'm going to try again and be there. He's having a live stream tonight at 8 p.m. I don't know if I keep repeating myself, but yeah, it's 8 p.m. tonight on his channel, Department of Numismatics. Usually a good live stream, just a chit chat.
Yeah.
Cost you nothing. Hit the like on the way out of here either, or
smash it.
You want to do. Hey man, I appreciate that, Sean. It's always fun hanging with you.
Paulie, you're a dude, man. I appreciate everything you do, man. And thank everybody in the stream for being here as well too. Love you guys.
Yeah, 100%. And just stay tuned. More to come. Appreciate it.
Yay.